Hello everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and again one where I'm playing with the new circled stamps from Dina Wakley. So I'm stamping this image onto some acetate using some black archival ink. Just a little word of caution, if you're stamping onto acetate, be super careful because it's so easy for the stamp to slide and it will spoil your image. So then I am going to be creating circles of rainbow colour spiralling out from this red in the centre, and if you're interested, the page on the left, there is also a video for that page on my YouTube channel. So any paint that I've got left over on my brush, I'm just using up on this large tag on the right hand side, and that'll just get stashed away in a little box that I've got where I keep all my spare tags that I've added leftover colour onto. So it's quite a good way to finish off paint that's left over. Look, a disaster there, I got some red on my brush somehow. But it was okay, I managed to wipe most of it away using a baby wipe, and then just was able to kind of cover it over just by painting over it with the bright green. So far I've used ruby and tangerine, might actually be tangelo. I think it's tangelo actually, lemon, and this is lime. So I am washing my brush quite well in between, apart from that bit of red. I don't quite know where that came from. And then just giving it a little dab on that piece of kitchen paper that's on the right hand side up at the top. Here you can see I didn't have any green left over, so I'm just sticking a bit more on. So I'm going to have this tag as like a nice rainbow colours. So then I'm using turquoise. This is my favourite blue to put with rainbow colours. I love how kind of bright it is, and it just does work really nicely with the other colours in that kind of rainbow palette. The brush that I'm using is just a flat, ordinary brush. It's nothing special. It's not an expensive brush either. I ordered them quite a long time ago, and they come in different sizes, and they're just quite easy to use. It's got a very long handle on it, which as you can see is huge, but that's okay, they're quite good for this sort of project. So then I've gone with blackberry, and I do go back in after and kind of blend those two colours together a bit more, and then like I say, just adding some of that on this tag too. That blackberry's nearly run out. Need to find another one from my secret stash in my cupboard, which I definitely haven't got. Then I've gone in with magenta, and I'm just finishing this off around the circle and just taking the colour out to the corners a little bit too. So this page actually didn't take very long, which is why I've kind of left it in real time. Normally I do speed them up a little bit, but this one I decided I would leave it because it didn't really take me that long to create this page at all. It was quite simple because there's no collage elements on it at all. It's just painting and then using the acetate or transparency, and a little bit more stenciling on there too. So then I'm just going back in again and just brightening up some of those colours, and helping some of the places where the colours blend into each other, just kind of blending those a bit better, just till I was sort of happy with how these colours looked and how it worked on the page. Yeah, so the first colour that I used was tangerine, but then here I'm just going in with tangelo because it is a lovely bright orange. And then I noticed that I hadn't put any magenta onto my tag, so then I've just gone in and stuck a bit of that on the tag, and that'll just get put to one side, and I will use that another time for another project. I have no idea what, but I will pull it out and use it. So then I've just grabbed my acetate or transparency. As you can see, it is very slippy. And I'm just carefully cutting out the circle stamp that I did earlier. You might find that you need to leave your stamped images a little while to dry. This didn't really take very long. And then I'm just using a bit of Dina's ultra thick gel medium on the back of there, and it will dry clear, although at the minute it does look kind of hazy, but it's all right, it does dry clear. So once that's stuck in place, the next job is to add some stenciling. So this is the Things That Grow stencil and mask, and these dots, I just love this little collection of dots. I've gone in here with white paint, and I'm just taking these around the edge of the page, just because that's where it felt right to put them, I guess. I think it's a very instinctive thing often with my journaling, what I do and where I put things. And I think it's something that you get a feel for the more you journal and practice. The reason I used white was to create a little bit of contrast with the other colours as well. Then I've got in with a gel pen and I'm creating a kind of spiral shape coming out from the circle in the centre. And this is where I'm going to do my writing. So I found a quote that I really, really like, and I'm going to be sticking that. Oh, I'm so sorry, I just had a yawn then that I couldn't stifle. I do apologise. I'm going to be sticking my writing twirling round in these lines that I have drawn. So this face stamp has the words really, 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 really on it, and my quote kind of relates to that. So I was counting how many reallys I needed to write. I think there's 5 in total. So I haven't completely lost the plot. You see me writing the same word over and over again. So you might have seen a reel of this on Instagram. It was super sped up. Obviously this is a much more relaxed version, and much slower. Not everybody likes those sped up reels, do they? I know there's a big sort of movement on Instagram at the minute, people that are not happy with the changes that are there, that all the videos and things on people's feeds, but I don't really have any strong opinions about it myself. I just think as humans we're instinctively not very comfortable with change quite often. So, but yeah. So, using a Posca pen to do this writing, and I do go back over the letters again just to kind of give them a bit more definition once I have written my words in once where I want them to be. And then I wanted to write a little bit more, but I'd run out of lines, so I'm just adding a little bit more in, and then I'm going to go in and carry on. So I'm trying really hard here not to rub my hand over where I've just written the words. Something I'm super good at doing is sticking my hand in the place where I've just journaled or where I've just written, and ending up with an imprint of it or smudging it right across my page. So do something you really, 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 really love, and you can find happiness. This is so true. And for me, art journaling really does fulfill that. I'm so happy when I'm doing my art in my art room. Oh, sorry about the dog. Someone is obviously at the door. And then I'm just going in with the Signo Uniball in white and just adding a little bit more detail with these dots and sort of circling some of them, just to draw a little bit more attention to some of them. And then here I'm just using a text stamp with some of the black archival ink, and I'm just adding a little bit of stamping on there too. So this just adds another layer of interest to the background, but it's not so much in the foreground that it's going to detract from the focal point and the writing. And there we go, that's the finished page. So another page using some of the new stamps from Dina Wakley, and of course playing with that rainbow vibe as well. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I do hope to see you back again soon.